We see these type of situations a lot on the news, and sometimes the turnout's not good. But I pray that this is not that case.
I'm scared my baby is somewhere cold right now. Sorry. I'm scared my baby is waiting on me to find him. What y'all saw, y'all needed to see. Y'all needed to see that. Y'all needed to see a mother looking for their missing baby.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on peachyteatyme. Peachyteatyme. Tune in on peachyteatyme. Come join us on peachyteatyme. Join us on peachyteatyme. Yeah.
In order for y'all to do what God is calling y'all to do, to take y'all platform for it to plateau and it can go to levels that you never seen, they'll best believe it's gonna come with devils.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Hey, baby, hey. It's your girl, the missus, baby. It's the girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Turn that mic around like that. All right. We are here. Again, my name is Miss Peachy. I did say the missus because they call me the missus too. I got all type of names, baby, all type of names. But I thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Tonight is a special night. We have a mother. We have a mother on here tonight. You know that on Wednesdays we have the families. We have the families that come on Wednesdays to tell their loved one's story on how they was murdered through gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, and also the police. Now, you all know that we also handle missing person cases and suicide cases just as well. So, with that being said, y'all, almost everyone in the world has heard this story and have seen the news clipping, the news broadcast. I'm sorry, they have seen the news broadcast, and on the news broadcast, we all saw something that we have never ever seen before. And we pray that we never see it again. But as you saw on the first clip, Capri, which is the mother of Michael Doss, which is here today, you guys all heard her say we needed to see this. So we're going to see it and we're going to talk about it. Okay. Now, I can't do my Wednesday show without my co host. Okay. Mr. Jason. I know y'all be waiting on Jason. I know. Carmen, I know you be out there waiting on Jason. But here he is, y'all. Here he is. Mr. Jason. Hey,
What
little
up, though? What
man.
up, though? You know what I'm saying?
Well, out
Big shout out to
Detroit.
all my Detroiters and happy Detroit Day to everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. How you doing, Peachy?
I am wonderful tonight. Ready for the show. This was something that, again, we all never saw before. Um, Thanks to Carmen. I gotta say shout out to Carmen. I played the
Yes,
video.
yes.
Yes, I played the video. We talked about it. I played the update video. We talked about it. And I told each and every one of you all that I had tried to find Capri so that we can get her on the show. But I was not successful. So I asked my viewers, my peoples, my folks, my family to help me out. Help me out. Try to find Capri so I can ask her to come on Peach Tea Time to spread the awareness. And baby, literally, Jason, the very next day when I woke up, Carmen was like, and Carmen, I know y'all know Carmen. Carmen, stay on Peachy Tea Time. And Carmen was like, here she is. I found her for you. I'm like, you found her? And she's like, oh yeah, I got her. Here you go. And I reached out to Capri, very respectful, you know, genuine manner as always. When I reach out to any of the families that come on, I don't have people that reach out for me. I reach out to them myself. Okay. And I reached out to Capri. And even though she's going through what she's going through, she still took the time to say yes. I would definitely come on. I would definitely give my son a voice. And that's what she's here for
Absolutely.
tonight, baby. But first, we gotta let Jason say his spiel, y'all. We gotta let him say his spiel. So go
That
ahead.
part, that part. And I want to say, excuse me, man, if my internet is glitching or if I'm glitching up, it's my internet. I'm having technical difficulties tonight, and it's kind of hard to, what I'm saying, correct that. And so, excuse
It's
me
okay, you good.
if that is happening. All
Okay.
right, bet.
But
All
we can
right,
still hear
what
you
up, though?
talking.
Welcome. Welcome in, welcome. I see Mama Peach in the building, Josette, and everyone else. We are extremely glad to have Capri on the live with us tonight. But not only that, get the word out and what I'm saying, really talk through the tragedy, right? But first and foremost, before we hop into any of that, we got to make sure that you guys are following us on all platforms. That's right, follow us on all platforms. We're live over on Instagram, we're live on Twitter, we're live in Twitch and on Facebook. So please make sure that you guys are hitting the like button, but not only that, that follow button and the bell notification. So once we go live, we're up and at it. Now, don't forget, we are also on YouTube as well. So make sure you look for Peachy Tea Time over on YouTube. Peachy Tea Time over on YouTube.
Whew, I got choked up a little bit. Uh the Lord told me to interrupt you. Shout
Okay.
out to God. Shout out to God.
Shout
Jason,
out to
and I
God.
apologize because I should have told Jason. Jason, I got a strike. I got a strike on YouTube. So we will not be streaming from YouTube until Monday. But I
Okay.
will
Well, there
on
you go.
Monday. Yeah, for the Mahogany Jackson story when they got into the fight. And I played it on my show. So I cannot do any uploads, no lives, no posting, nothing on YouTube for a total of 7 days. So
No problem. But that does
we
not
got
mean to
3
not go follow us over there still. So
still
still go
follow.
follow us on PGT Time. That's time spelled with the YTYME. And also, since we are down over there on YouTube, which is no biggie, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Got to follow the rules. But we are live over on Roku. That's right. If you have a Roku device and or TV, you can go watch us on Roku. So if they down over there, we up over here. So if you look on your Roku device, you'll look right where you'll find anywhere where you download your apps like YouTube or Netflix or any of those type of apps. You'll download this one just as well, which is Peachy Tea Time, time spelled with a YTYME. So then that way, if we go down any other places, you know to at least find us on your Roku app all day, every day. And you can also go back and watch any of the past shows that we have recorded as well. So again, follow us. Make sure you hit the bell notification and go get us over on your Roku app. You heard? And happy Detroit Day to everybody out there from Detroit. You heard?
Okay. Dang, how many times you gonna say it?
All the time.
Shout out. Shout out to my cousin Frank. Shout out to my cousin Frank. He was released today from prison. He did a total of 17 years. So shout out to him for making it out, baby. Shout
Welcome
out to
home.
him for
Welcome
making
home.
it out. Yes, so welcome home. Shout out to his mom. She was extremely happy today on live. So I just wanted to make sure I say that just as well. But okay. It's time to get this show started. Okay. We are about to bring up the mother, Capri, the Capri Landfair. She is the mother of Michael Doss the second. The second. I make sure I say that right, baby, because she will let you know. It's the second. It sure is. So, Michael Doss the second. Um, the mother is here. I'm honored, totally, totally honored. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring her up. Y'all know how we do. So here she is. Here she is. There she go. All right. Capri, 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 Capri. Thank you so much for coming over here to Peachy Tea Time to spread the awareness, to talk about your son, to let us know, what you can tell us just as well. And I want you to know, I'm like, well, did she fall out? That was Jason. But I want you to know that myself, Jason, my husband, and my viewers, we are all praying for you. We all felt something that day when we saw that video. I can't speak for everybody, to say exactly how everybody felt, but we all felt something. And we ain't like how we felt. We ain't like how we felt. Like that was something that hit us all unexpectedly, you know. And again, I applaud you for coming on here. If you would have told me, Miss Peachy, not right now, I would have understood. And I would have just waited for you to reach back out to me. Okay. But again, thank you. Thank you for all the people you're going to help tonight. Thank you. There's so many people out there in this world that is going through or was going through or may in the process go through what your son went through and what you went through as a mother. So again, thank you for them that you're going to help. And thank you for coming here to Peachy Tea Time. Okay. Now we're gonna start off by you telling us about Michael as a baby. What was Michael about? See, look at that smile, y'all. Look at that smile on her face, baby. Please tell us about little Michael. And it's okay to cry. It's okay. Like I told you, tonight is like the beginning of the healing stage. Okay? So tell us a little bit about little Michael, baby boy.
Michael was perfect. He was perfect
Mhm.
every way. No hard labor. He was smart. He started school at 2. He was everything that I wasn't.
Mm.
Everything I could never be.
Take your time, Capri. Capri, I told you this is like a healing just as well.
He
So if
was
you need to get
so
it out, get it
sweet.
out.
He was so, so sweet. He was the sweetest person that anybody could ever be blessed with his presence. He did
And not only
everything that
that,
I
Capri, he was cute too. He was very handsome. Very, very handsome. May I add. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can look at the parents and be like, "Oh, they so cute," and then you see their kids, you be like, "Oh, I know they kids gonna be cute because the mama cute, or because the daddy handsome. I know the kids gonna be cute." That's how things are with Michael. When people saw Michael, like I told you over the phone, I'm more than sure, hands down, that
had.
people thought Michael was murdered. Cause I mean, he was just that handsome. And then we see you, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, mom is beautiful." So when I tell you from the research that I've done, from talking to you over the phone, I applaud you because you did your job as a mother.
That's right.
And don't think less.
I tried very hard. I did everything that a mother or anybody could do. I counted pills. I had conversations, uncomfortable conversations. The battles, the struggles, the back, the forths, the I'm good, the I'm not good, the episodes, the getting the back that's on track, like the supportive of his dreams, because Michael was more than a mental illness. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Michael is an athlete.
Yes.
Michael been playing chess since he was in the third grade. Tournaments. I'm talking about I'm talking about going all over to go and do all of these different chess. Like I couldn't understand chess.
Yeah, I don't know how to play chess either to this day.
Girl, I had too many questions. I was still asking questions. He was trying to tell me how to move, and I'm like, but why we gotta protect the queen?
That's why we gotta protect the queen.
What's so special about her? Why this move like this? Like girl, he was over it. But I went to every practice.
Oh, so he was in this.
Oh no,
Like
Michael won trophies.
for chess?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. He's been playing that since third grade. His
Oh
father taught him how
wow.
to play.
Okay. Okay.
Michael played everything except for football.
Now you send me the picture of the basketball.
Oh,
Of
that
him
was his
playing
life.
basketball.
That was his life. I put that basketball in his hand at 1 years old, and he never put it down.
Wow.
If I don't care wherever we at, whatever hood we at, if he had any cousin house, you gonna catch Michael on the court. On the court. That's
Basketball.
where you gonna catch him at on the court. When I go to the gas station right now, they got his obituary at the gas station. And they like, dang, I used to hoop with bro. Nothing but good things. I haven't heard one bad comment. Not one comment. Not one bad comment. Not one bad comment. So I find peace
Yes.
in that.
Yes.
I find peace in that, knowing that he was exactly who I raised him to be.
Mm-hmm.
Michael didn't live that struggle life. There was no poverty in Michael's life. And I was a teen mom, but I wasn't a single parent. Michael was raised by a village. Michael was the village baby, the true definition of a village baby.
Mm.
Michael wasn't in those streets. Michael's a veteran.
Yeah.
Michael was in the Air Force. Michael was gainfully employed by Chrysler for almost 3 years. He didn't have no bunch of kids out here. He had no kids. He wasn't out here like that. Whatever you think about the inner city kid, Michael was the complete opposite of that. He was humbled. He was meek. He had a love for humanity. He
Mm.
was everything that I could never, ever be. And I'm grateful and honored to have been blessed with him for 25 years. I wish it could have been longer. I had so much life that I wanted to experience and enjoy with him.
Now, some people may not know if this is their first time tuning into Peachy Tea Time. If they wasn't able to see the clips, or which we're gonna play the clips. But if you did not see this or you don't know nothing about this story at all right now, one thing that I know and the people that watch this, we all know that this was your only child.
My only baby. My only baby. My everything. My everything. Anything that Michael said he wanted to do, I was with it. I don't care if it was unconventional, unorthodox, unheard of. I was with it. All except for one thing. He said he wanted to build a superhero suit, a shark suit. That part I got it was like, now wait, Mike. I don't know now. Wait, I don't quite I ain't see the vision. But I
I see the
explained to him, but I explained to him that just because I didn't see the vision, it didn't mean that it was impossible.
There you go.
That God gave it to you. And you have to
Yeah.
understand that everything in your vision and the vision that God has over your life, it doesn't mean that everybody is going to understand, and you have to be prepared to accept that.
Yep.
I
Yep.
later talked to my brother, and my brother said, "Well, I think it's a good idea." I said, "You think it's a good idea?" He said, "Yeah. Maybe he could sell it to Disney."
Mm.
I said, "Y'all smart. Y'all so smart."
But you
Like
know what?
I
I like that you said that because I always tell people, like I told you, Capri, I walked away from my job last year on October 18th. And a lot of people to this day probably think I'm still crazy, but I don't care what they think. But one person I did care about was my dad. And my dad, he didn't agree with me. But I told my daddy, God didn't do a conference call. He didn't
That's
do
right.
that. He told me and talked to me only. And it's for everybody that's in my circle amongst me to trust me and trust that I'm trusting God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so glad that you mentioned that just as well. I'm so glad.
Yeah, because I wasn't the orthodox kid. I was the unorthodox kid when my mama was like, "I'm in corporate America. I need you to get behind the cubicle too." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, no, that's not me. Like, that's boring. Like, I don't know what I would do every day to say." So for Michael, when I found out what his passions were, I tapped into that. As a parent, it's very important that you meet your kids where they are. You got to meet them where they are, right?
Exactly.
Outside of if it's beyond your scope and what you feel like they need to be, you have to support them. And I did. He's
Awesome.
he sent me some music one day. I was like, this oh baby, I heard Nas, I heard Pac, I heard J. Cole and Kendrick. I was like, wait a minute, you wrote this?
Wow.
I went
And
and
he
got a
wrote it.
building. I went and got a building and I started doing open mics so that I
Okay.
can help him build a platform for himself so he can start moving with the people in the city.
Exactly.
So that's how I started doing it. And everybody don't know that they think, I don't know if they think that or what they think, or even if they think, right? But that was only because of Michael and my baby cousin. I wanted to support them. I wanted to make sure that they had somebody on their side and somebody was rooting for them. And they knew it.
Exactly.
So that's what I did that for. I did that for my son. It wasn't for me. It wasn't because I wanted to be popular or I wanted to start doing events or become a part. That ain't had nothing to do with it. I didn't want to do none of that. I just wanted to make a way for my baby to do what it was that he loved, what he wanted to do, to test drive some stuff, to, make some mistakes, figure out if he wanted to do it, if he didn't want to do it. I wanted to make sure that he had that opportunity. I
Exactly.
wanted to make sure that he had that opportunity. And like I did everything that I could do for Michael. And I wouldn't trade it. I wish he was still here so I could keep doing it, so I
Exactly.
could keep pushing him, so I could let him know how great he was, and how much, this is just a time, this is a moment, and it'll get better. But my
Exactly.
baby heart wasn't set up like that. Like I said, Michael wasn't, he was labeled um with schizophrenia, bipolar, and depression.
So he
But there
was
was some,
diagnosed.
yes, he was. After he came home from the Air Force, I
What
saw that
was some
light.
of the signs that you saw?
that
Now
spark,
was that the beginning when he came home
that
from the Air
that
Force?
that spark, the spark, the twinkle in the eye, it
Mm.
was gone. It was gone. It was gone. I don't know what happened there because he would never talk about it. I do know that there was some form of hazing from his superiors. I know that much. But after that, he shut down completely. He wouldn't talk to me, his uncle, his dad, his grandpa. He didn't talk to nobody about it. Even my cousin, my little cousin, is a Marine. He wouldn't talk to him about it either. They both had the same. So something happens there.
Wow.
And so once I noticed that,
Did he
um,
get put out or he reached his max?
no, I really don't even know the logistics of it all because his file is sealed.
Yeah. I
His
remember
file
you
is
told me.
sealed. His godmother, who's been in there for over 20 years, she can't even see him. So whatever happened, something happened. But he had an honorable discharge.
Mm.
Michael had an honorable discharge. Michael was honored by the Air Force at his funeral. So something happened. What? I don't know. Am I trying to find out? Absolutely.
Jason, how is that possible that in the situation with him having mental health issues and he gets to the army? Was it the army?
The Air Force.
He gets to the Air Force. Something happens there, and then they seal it. And there's nothing Capri can do to get some information. Like, what, number one, what bad could have happened, and why they're not letting her know, being that he at least had mental health issues.
Well, I
Mhm.
don't think the mental health issues
Is even the deal.
started without something
Okay.
happening there to cause it to happen. You feel me? And I think it was like she said, it was partially something that had to do with the hazing that could have forced them to, you know what I'm saying, unravel a bit. And instead of the Air Force actually digging into it, depending on who was involved with it, they rather just give him that honorable discharge and let him go, and they let him, you know what I'm saying, let
Mm.
the world figure out at that point. Compared to like, if Michael did something to the officer, then they would just discharge him and probably, you know what I'm saying, accuse him, or, you know what I'm saying, set him up. Not necessarily say set him up, but like go through the law to figure it out. Compared to if they did something that caused him to unravel, and since it was something that they did on their watch, they had to cover up their tracks. And with that being, he left as a healthy human, like physically, they win. And then, you know what I'm saying, they honor him throughout. So now, so like she said, for her to end up like diving into it and everything redacted or sealed up, it's almost practically impossible for her to break through unless somebody is going to be a whistleblower
That's
and
right.
really walk through like trying to help her. But at this point, I don't want to say it like this, but it's going to be a very tough fight if they sealed them records.
Wow.
Yeah,
But we
Absolutely.
all know God make things happen too. So I
absolutely,
definitely say
100%.
keep trying. Keep trying. On here on Peachy Tea Time on our end, I would definitely see if I could reach out to some people, that at least know what direction we can go in with this, at least,
Well,
So,
I got a head start. I'm working on
okay.
some things. I'm working on
Okay.
some things. Again, understand that this is not just a child, but he my child.
There
He
you go.
mine.
Yeah, that part, absolutely,
He's
absolutely.
mine.
Hmm.
Exactly.
I had him. I pushed him out. I went through the trials, the tribulations, the growing phases, the puberty, the my I want to do this and the my I want to do that, and I did all of that, right? So yeah, I'm working on some things. I'm gonna get to the top and the bottom of it all. Please believe that
I know that's right.
because that's who I am. And now my only child is gone. Somebody gonna have to answer to this. Everybody that was supposed to take some form of accountability are going to have to take that. See, I don't have to take no accountability because
Mhm.
I did everything that I could do. I'm talking about every counting pills, back and forth to different therapies, changing psychiatrists, changing facilities, looking at them and watching them and being overly protective, like every step of the like doing. I did everything that I could do. So I don't have any problem with that, right? I don't have that oh well, I didn't do this or I didn't do that, or like I don't have any regrets.
Exactly. No
I
guilty
don't have
conscience.
that.
None of that. Mm-hmm.
And so it's so many things that happen that's so wrong.
It was a lot.
Down from them, the stealing of the records, the lack of help from the VA, because they turned my baby around. See, everybody don't know that. They turned my baby around. They told me that my baby couldn't be seen, which I found out was a lie. Which I found out that they could have at least admitted him through the emergency. They didn't. They told me to take him to receiving, and guess what? That's what I did.
Mm. What was some of the other things, Capri, that you was seeing with him that let you know? Okay,
Well,
this something serious.
Michael's already, he's already like, he's the complete opposite of me, as I've stated. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very vocal. Even now, I'm vocal. That ain't Michael. Michael real chill. He walk real slow. He talk real sly. He smile. And, that's who Michael is. His personality was very chill,
Okay.
So when I saw that the chill space became even more chilled, nah, so then now it's the extra nudges for me. Hey, come on, let's go perform. Or come on, I want you to go here with me. And hey, let me introduce you to this person. And hey, what do you think about doing this? Hey, you need to go to the studio and you know invite everybody to the events. And like so once I saw that, it was like, okay, I gotta get them active because everyone, you have to know your kid. I'm a
Exactly.
self-motivated person. Michael needs a little pushing. If you give him a to-do list, he'll do it. But if you ask him a to-do list, he may not be able to form that to-do list.
Mhm.
So I did that because again, that's my child and I know him.
Exactly.
So I put it up. Hey, Mike, I need you to be here and be ready to perform on this day with this, that, and this, that. Hey, we going to the studio on this day. You got something you want to drop, or like that was the vibes.
Did he live with you?
He did live with me. Michael's lived with me his whole freaking life.
Okay.
He's lived with me his whole freaking life, but as a man, he started to want to be around his father more. And at 25 years old, like I couldn't take that from him. You know,
Mhm.
that's what you decide to do. I need you to keep your eyes open. Remember everything I taught you and stay focused. So he traveled between my house and his dad's house.
Okay.
I'm the disciplinarian, right? I'm mean mommy, right? Like I'm the one that's going. I stand for progression. I'm not going to take any excuses. I'm going to always push you to go harder. I'm that. His father is more lax. He's like, do you at your own speed, at your own pace, because they have the same personality. So they could relate. So for me, I'm always pressure, in a sense. I have the expectation that greatness is here and you have arrived. And if you haven't arrived, you're going to arrive. And what are you going to do when you arrive? Like that's who I am.
Okay.
So he of course, as a kid, and I'm saying kid because he's my kid. He
Hmm.
gonna go to the one that's gonna be most lax.
Yeah.
We ain't gotta worry about all of this. You ain't putting all this pressure on me. You ain't got all these expectations. I don't gotta go fast if I don't want to go fast. You move slow, I move slow too. Let's move slow together. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So that was that. But he always stayed with me. He's never
Oh,
not stayed with me. He's always been with me. Except for when he went to the service. And other than that, Michael's always been with me. I've always, even when he was back and forth with his dad, like I call him, hey, what you doing? He don't answer the phone. I call his daddy, hey, Mike with you? He hanging with his homeboys. Where you at, Mike? I'm 25 years old. Like, yeah, I know, but all of that. Where
So
you
he
at though?
got around just like regular people.
Yeah, he wasn't, don't get it mistaken, because he was diagnosed with something.
Mm.
Michael wasn't disabled. He wasn't like, excuse my language, but mentally retarded or slow or none of that. He was, again, gainfully employed at Chrysler for almost 3 years. You have to
Wow.
be very smart to get into the Air
You
Force. Let me
sure
say
do.
that. You have to be very smart. It's one of the hardest ranks to get in. So again, that wasn't the case. Michael has not always been schizophrenic. Again, he's an athlete. That
Exactly.
wasn't the case. So when people think that, this was his, no, that wasn't his life. Michael was very free. Michael had no response. Was what most kids should be able to do, is live life, explore, learn, and grow.
Okay.
That's what I provided for my child. He had structure. He had support. He had love. He had people that were checking on him and supporting him and being there. If his car break down, somebody coming to get the car, and he ain't got to worry about it. And yeah, no, Michael was spoiled. Michael wasn't about that life. He wasn't no street nigga, no hood nigga, no, he about to try and sell. That wasn't him at all. My baby was very naive and gullible to the streets. He believed that bad stuff didn't happen to good people. That's how he carried
Mhm.
himself. You don't gotta worry about me. Quit worrying about me. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me because I don't do nothing to nobody. That was his outlook on life. I ain't bothering nobody. So that's who he was. He was the lover of his family. He loved family. He get on his little cousin's nerves. Act like they his kids or his brothers.
Man.
He got on my nerves. He my only kid. He got on my nerves. Every time I thought I was cute and got dressed, he tell me about how my stomach is poking in my jeans and how I need to change my shirt. Like, Mike, I thought I was cute. Like he was greedy. He was so slender, but he was greedy. Greedy, and every time he eat a good meal, he going to sleep. He be like, "Well, you know what I'm about to go do." Like, that was his thing. Michael was very just loving and very genuine and just authentic. He represented everything and anything you could think of when you think about a humanitarian. That's who he was.
Mhm.
He wasn't what people may think or what the story looked like, or it wasn't any of that. But my baby was hurting. He was hurting. And that's where my pain come in at, right? Not even because I couldn't stop the hurt, but because he was just hurting. Just because he
Mm.
was hurting. Like, what do you do when you can't stop the hurt?
Exactly.
What do you do? I started to hurt. I started to start losing it. I started to having migraines. I started to be getting frustrated. Like, I started to, I'm freaking out. Now, where's the support at for this mom, right? Because
Exactly.
I'm here supporting my baby. Where are the resources at for me, who's dealing with these things? We don't
They had
have that
never
in
dealt with it before.
we don't
This
we
is
don't
the only
have that we don't have that in Michigan. That stopped. They closed all of the mental health facilities down in the 90s. I think it's maybe about 3. Oh my God.
mm. Oh, Jason, I think her battery was going dead. The way she said, "Oh my God," and now it's froze. Yeah, I think her battery must have went dead, you guys. So we're gonna give her time to charge her phone up. I bet you that's what it was. We're gonna give her time to charge her phone up. I don't want to go into the clip just now. Jason, what you think? Should I go into the clip? I'm not gonna go into the clip because me and
Yeah,
her
I
spoke
mean,
on it. Yeah, we spoke on
Oh,
it.
you want to wait on it?
Yeah, because
Run commercial.
there's some things that she wants to talk about as far as that clip. So, like Jason said, we're gonna go into a commercial break, y'all, until she come back up. Um, she gotta charge her phone up. So when she come back up, we'll go ahead and go and start the clips. We also have the tribute. We also have the tribute just as well, you guys. So make sure you stick around for the tribute just as well. When we come back, okay, I'm gonna play a couple commercials, but when we come back, we will go ahead and show the clip, the news broadcast. We got two of them that she was in, that we're gonna show. And again, I did ask her today. I asked her, how she would feel if I play the clip. I usually don't do that, Jason. I usually just play, whatever clips I'm gonna play. But because this is something that we've never seen before, I definitely wanted to ask her, if she was okay with it. And she was like, "Yes, play it, please play it." She said, "Because I want to expound on it." So let's go ahead and get into our Wednesday commercial break. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let's do the let's play a video because that'll give her time to come up too. We're gonna play a video and then we're going to our commercial. Here we go.
Alright, so Sam, you still got the way. Alright. So you playing what up though? Kenny Misfit, what up though? Yeah. Two eye, bitch. Two eye, bitch. What? Two eye, bitch. What?
I'm in the clouds when I'm with you. Girl, what's your name? I hope this don't offend you. Tastes like cocaine. I didn't think I'd get so. I get so high now I'm feeling for you, baby. Where's the light?
Baby, long roses are white and powder blue. This feels like love.
Ribbons in the sky, they fall on you. This feels like love.
On it, boy, I send you out of reach when I ride on it. What you lacing in my weed, put my life on mine. Well, you know just what to do. Baby, I can't wait to get to you.
Bella, it's a vibe in the function. Is that tribe or something? Where this shit was by dead, girl, till I end up coming out rap like I signed a dungeon. Yeah, like big boy Dre now. Try to kinda look like Bay now. I'ma shoot my shot like Jay now. Shit, I shoot like right now. Home team girl like straight now. On God, little love to make a way now. If you scared, go to church like gay now. But ain't scared, I'm with a DJ now. She said I pass on the hot movie blade now. But I like them blocks, okay now. Shit, I shade them. I said, girl, your love is so guitar. Now let me play on that. I play your favorite song, God Clash, let me stay on it. I knew it was a smash when I featured Song Your Blade on it. 4 years later, caught her up and hit replay on it. Girl, I had you spending all your funds. Hit you with this rock and you think that I'm cheating Peter Gunn. Say some shit like, nigga, did you smoke crack before you came over? You remind.
Hey y'all, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Thank y'all so much for joining me and Jason tonight. Thank you. And if we got a special guest, thank you, special guest. I thank you for coming, sharing your story. But y'all make sure y'all watch us each and every Wednesday, okay? Each and every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Where you said? You said where? Roku TV, Facebook, YouTube, and also Twitch, baby. Twitch. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, peachyteatyme, time spelled with a Y. And make sure you also follow me on all the other platforms just as well. Thank you so much for joining us. each and every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Back to the show we go, baby. We going back. Bye. And we on Instagram and Twitter. Let me add that. That means I gotta do a new commercial. Jason. Now, now she's trying to come back up, y'all. She came back up a couple times. Somebody probably calling her. There she go. Here she go. All right, Capri. We went into a commercial break.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Yes. It's okay. You ain't got to apologize. I told him because we heard you say, "Oh, hell," something like that. You said. I said, "Y'all, her phone went dead." I tell y'all right now, it went dead. So we completely understand. I got to say this before we go any further. I have to say this. Capri, please do like this. That shit is so cute. That is absolutely beautiful. Detroit, I know y'all see that. Go pick it up, Detroit. I ain't seen that here in the ATL, but that is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So welcome. All right. We're going to go ahead, Capri. This is what we're going to do. We're going to play the news broadcast.
Okay, go ahead. Go for
when
it.
we come back, I want you to let us know what happened that particular day. Let's start with when he became missing. Okay? When he became missing, that's what we're going to start with. But we're going to go ahead and play the video. Capri, please let everybody know that I talked to you about this today.
You did. And I okayed it. I said it was okay. I'm here for all of it, right? It just needed to be seen. And unfortunately, it was at my expense and my son's expense. But I want to expound on some things about that day. So we're going to turn this into an educational moment.
There you go. So here we go, y'all. Trigger warning, just as
Very
well.
triggering.
Yes, trigger warning. We want to make sure we say that if for some apparent reason you can't handle this, go ahead and come out, but make sure you come back in so you can hear this awareness that she got to say. Okay, here we go.
A mother's desperate search to find her missing son.
No one has seen him. No one has seen him. No one has seen him. No one is calling. I'm getting scared.
The last time I seen him was late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning when I got off work. And that was the last time I seen him. I woke up that morning and he had left the house.
Michael wasn't no drug dealer. He wasn't in no gang. He has no kids. He has no responsibilities. He's not that type of person.
Friday and Saturday organized search parties. Missing flyers with a photo of 25-year-old Michael Doss II. Family members knocking on doors in Doss's Southwest Detroit neighborhood.
My only kid. My only. I don't have no more there's no other children. There's no other siblings. There's just Michael. This is all that I have.
We see these type of situations a lot on the news, and sometimes the turnout's not good. But I pray that this is not that case.
I'm scared my baby is somewhere cold right now. Sorry. I'm scared my baby is waiting on me to find him. Scared that he hurt.
Telling her story to anyone who will listen.
No idea.
That's true.
No idea. Like, we don't know if he left walking, if he left on the bus, if somebody came and picked him up. We don't know if he went this way or that way. We literally don't know anything.
But less than a minute later. Oh my God. Michael's body discovered in a garage on Annabelle Street, one street over from where he lived.
Oh, Jesus, no. You killed me. You just killed me. You just killed me.
Detroit police are investigating Michael's death. The Wayne County Medical Examiner will determine exactly how he died. In Southwest Detroit, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
Okay. Capri is down. I'm going to bring her up. But I must say this first. Jason, a friend of mine, sent me this clip. Like when it happened. The very next morning, she sent it to me. And a lot of people ask me, how do you do this? How do you just keep watching clips and showing it? And sometimes on the show you cry, sometimes you don't cry on the show. How do you do this? Jason, this is one clip. I've cried a many clips, many of them. Before I even get on the show, before I even, while I'm just scrolling and I'm clicking. And I'm, this right here, baby, I cried like a baby each time that I watched it. Like, Jason, people don't understand, and I'm finna bring Capri up, but people don't understand. Capri, I told you this is gonna be like no other show. People don't understand how many times I have to watch a clip to get ready for Peachy Tea Time. Ain't no one time, ain't no two times. If you take my class, then you'll know how many times. I watch a clip several times before it's time for me to bring it on Peachy Tea Time. And this clip right here, I cried. I reached out to my friends, to my family, my mother, and said, should I play this? I don't want people angry with me because I'm playing this. But baby, this is something that y'all got to see. Y'all had to see her in this pain. All you folks out there, and I'm trying to not cuss, but this is explicit language, also allegedly. But y'all that's out there killing folks, I had to let y'all, even though he was not murdered. But baby, what y'all just saw, Capri didn't know nothing. She didn't know if her son was murdered. She didn't know if her son committed suicide. She didn't know nothing. All she knew was her baby was in there. This is the reaction. This is what mothers and fathers go through. I don't know the situation, Capri, with Mike's father, but this is what he was out there. That's all I know. He was there. It's plenty of clips that I played and the father wasn't there, but he was there. And this was the most hurtful thing to see on the news. And I must make sure I say this just as well. And Capri, she agreed with me. The news, you cannot blame the news. Do not blame the news. It was a moment. No one was thinking at that moment. Whoever had that news camera, baby, I don't blame you at all. This was all God's doing. This was all God. God knew that we all needed to see this. Now, Capri, I know, baby. I'm not going to pull her down. This is what y'all need to see. The hurt that these parents go through. Whether it's suicide, whether it's you his life. It's a hurtful thing, baby. It's a hurtful thing. That's why I wanted to make it clear to y'all that I spoke to Capri earlier before playing this clip. Because I knew to relive something like this, it could be a hurtful thing.
You know, I refrain from like watching it just because how you know what I'm saying, you described it to me when we had our conversation about it. So I already knew and pictured it. But to watch
Oh,
it
this
is
was your
something a
first
little
time?
different. This was my first time watching it. This was my first time watching it. And I reserved it because of my emotions to it. You know what I mean? There's a lot that's relatable to me, from his name to how it happened, that happened to me and my family, you know what I'm saying, 6 7 years ago. So it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's every time I just heard speaking of Michael, makes me think of, like, I hear my auntie Danita, yeah, auntie Danita, and when she spoke through and talked about her son and what happened to her, you know what I'm saying, what happened to him. So a
Shout
lot
out
of this
to
is
Auntie Danita.
like reoccurring to me. You know what I mean? So I know the pain, and then just reaction wise, right? How family and community reacted to just seeing it, and how everything happened at that moment is very, it's touching. It's very close to me. So my heart goes out to you, Capri, like 100%. And you guys need to understand that at this point, it's about awareness, right? How do we consistently bring awareness to the family? How do we bring consistent awareness to community, to to like look out for one another, to be there for one another, and try to acknowledge the signs, from any perspective, right? Just to be there, like the strong ones, be there for them in time of need. Just ask questions, to be in the space with them, to the ones that really need our assistance, and asking more deep diving questions, but whether it just be surface, because a lot of us are too strong to say that I'm weak right now. A lot of us are too strong to be like, oh, I need a little bit of help, or I'm feeling down, because we don't want to sound one way or another when we say that I'm down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or some of us, a lot of us actually might not know how to describe it or speak to it. And I don't know what's going on. And there's a lot of times that a lot of us want to either fix it instead of just be there with us and be like, yo, it's good. It's all right not to be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're not meant to know absolutely everything or how to navigate all emotions. Just, I'll be here with you, man. Let me be here with you. What you want to, do? We could do nothing. Play some video games. You know what I'm saying? Or just sit here and twiddle our thumbs and scroll on TikTok. Whatever that may look like, long as you can be there for a person. So I love excuse me.
Y'all, Jason a little sick
I
right
love
now.
that you're able to be up here, Capri, and speak that light into your son, right? Not let the downfalls of whatever happened or how it happened to him be the descriptor to who he is.
Exactly.
You speaking to who he is and will be forever, because you get to write that narrative. You feel me? And I love that you speak in so much beautiful space about him, even when even when you had to go through tough times, like you said, you had to give up the to-do list. You had to take him to this event, or not event, but yeah, events or meetings, or get him into this particular psychiatric ward, or this different place, or see that different person. That could wear a lot down on you as an individual. You know what I mean? But you're gonna do it because that's your baby.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's your baby. So there is no like, oh, I'm tired. Like you can't give
At
up on your
all.
baby.
At
Right.
all.
You can't be like, oh, I'm tired. You gotta be like, all right, God, give me the energy. Where is it at today? You know what I'm saying? Where we going, you know what I mean? And then get to it. So
And
so to be
even
here,
counting the pills.
right?
Counting the pills, that when she mentioned that,
Yeah,
I know
it's
that
a
was
lot.
hard just as well.
So to
Count each pill thinking, okay, this is for my son. You see what I'm saying, Capri?
Baby, this was my life. This is my life.
And baby, I must say, your peoples is out here supporting you.
Maybe because
They is
Michael
out
is
here.
loved. Michael is loved because he exuded love. So it's totally devastated everybody. Like it's just devastating. And we all just trying. His grandmother, she's so broken. My mama, she's so broken.
Even at the funeral, you said so many people showed up.
Man, it was so many people. People I knew, people I didn't know. His job, Chrysler showed up and showed out. The community support was just so unimaginable. Like I never knew nobody cared about me this much or my son. And I just wish that he knew
He
that he
knows.
mattered
Yeah,
way more to me, way more than just to me and to his family. He felt like the world just didn't see him because, again, in Detroit, if you ain't about that life and you ain't doing this and you ain't doing all of that, then you not gonna fit in.
exactly.
So he felt like
We all from Michigan up here
he
tonight.
felt he felt like the oddball, because he didn't have the same stories that his homeboys had or that his cousins had. He didn't
Mhm.
have that story. He didn't have their struggles, So a lot of the time that he took on like the weight of the world. And who that clip. But I got a bunch. I got a bunch I want to say about that clip. I got a bunch. I got a bunch. I got a bunch.
Let's talk about that day.
Who
And then I want you to say whatever it is that you have to say, Capri. Now, I want to mention this. Whenever you just, you can't take it no more, let us know.
I
Okay?
will.
But please let us know what happened from the time you woke up that morning. Did something happen? Did y'all argue? Like what happened that morning when you woke up?
Baby, that morning I was anxious because I had already been out there in Southwest and searched the first half of the diameter the day
I'm
before.
sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's go back to when he became missing. Let's start there. Let's start there.
So when I found out, so according to his dad, the last time Michael was seen was early Wednesday morning, about between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. His dad and his girlfriend had just gotten off of work. And of course, I can't attest to any of this because I wasn't there physically, but this is what I got from them, right? And so the dad and his girl and the dad's girlfriend got off of work. And when they got off of work, Michael charged his phone in their car. They had some type of power outage or something like that, and he needed to charge his phone. They went on ahead and went to sleep because they had just gotten off of work. It's after midnight, and they woke up the next morning, and Michael was gone. I didn't find out anything until Thursday, about almost going into Friday, about 10:45, 11 o'clock Thursday evening, going into Friday. And my brother called me. My brother called and said, "Hey, had you talked to Michael?" I said, "Well, yeah, I talked to him on Sunday. Why, what's up?" He said, "Well, I've been trying to call him for the last 2 days and his phone going to voicemail." I instantly stopped in my tracks. I was sitting in the bed. I sat up, started putting on my pants. Because what do you, it didn't sound right. What do you mean? His phone been going to voicemail for 2 days. He said, "Well, I tried to call his dad, but I don't have his dad's new number." I texted him his daddy, his father's number. He called his dad, and whatever conversation they had, he called me back and said, "Hey, Michael said that he hadn't seen little Mike since Wednesday after they got off of work." I'm blue. My mind is, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. First thing I know to do, I call his dad. Hey, what's up? What's going on? When the last time you talked to Michael? What you mean you ain't seen them since Wednesday? How is what? And I instantly went there. He said, well, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, he wasn't there. And the next morning, his phone was still in the car. I put the phone on the car, and we went and ran our rent errands. And when we came back, his phone was still there. Okay, so all type of things is running through my head. First thing I knew to do was call the hospitals. Let's call, because maybe he had a crisis somewhere, right? Maybe he had a crisis, and maybe he's somewhere and he need my help. Let me call the hospitals. I called the hospitals. His name was nowhere, and I called. They have a place called Team Wellness where he was a member of, and they do a lot of mental health work, and they have a mental health facility. Like if you having a crisis, you could spend a night over there and all of that type of thing. So I called them. They said no, he wasn't there. Now all of Michael's, again, even though Michael was 25 years old, everything comes through. Anything got to do with Michael coming to Michael Mama. Michael Mama is showing up on the scene. Michael Mama going to the doctor's appointments. Michael Mama going to the dentist appointments. Michael Mama is on all of the hospital papers where they can give me every piece of information. Anything before a decision is made, you got to call Michael Mama. I don't care how old he is. Got to call and talk to Michael Mama. So nothing, nowhere. Okay, so now I'm starting to frantic. I'm panicking. I call the hospitals. And after I called them and they said he wasn't there, something clicked, said, hey, call and check and see if they have any John Does. Called, they had 3 John Does at receiving. I called, I went down, they told me the procedure. I told them who, I was. My son is missing. I don't know where he at, and I'm trying to figure out if the John Doe's or anything is my kid. I need to make sure that ain't my baby in there. And they told me that it was 2 in emergency. One was admitted, one was in emergency, and one was deceased. I rushed to the hospital. I had to go look at somebody else's grandfather, uncle, cousin, son, somebody else. And it wasn't Michael. So I'm a little relieved, right? I'm a relieved. Okay, well, maybe Michael just on some bullshit. He going to fuck with some girl and right, okay, yeah. So I'm trying to psych my mind out really because I'm hoping that's what it is, but I don't know because it's just not like my child. And I go and make the police report afterwards. After I make the police report by my area, because this is Michael's address, they call me back and say, hey, you have to go to the 4th precinct. By this time, it's 3, 4 in the morning. I instantly start contacting the news because I had already signed a media release form. So again, I'm a Specs Howard alumni, which is a broadcasting school here in Michigan. So I already know the procedures and protocols and how to get the news attention and what I need to do and what I need to say on the subject and all of that. So I instantly went to that because if my baby is missing, my baby gonna need some help, and I need everybody to help me look for my baby. So I had one of my alumni friends, she worked for Channel 7. She reached out to her station. I reached out to her, hey, like, baby, I need some help. So this is all done 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. I ain't getting no sleep. I'm up 7. I'm waiting to 7, 8 o'clock in the morning because now I got to finish this. I look at the morgue. I checked the morgue thing. They said it was 2 unclaimed bodies. I got to go to the morgue. Because now I need to go and check the morgue and see if my baby is one of these and call his dad. Hey, did you get in touch with him? Did you, do you got this person number? And I done called everybody and everybody that I know that he was, because Michael hung with a really tight crew. He didn't hang with no randoms. It was all family. Anytime it was a random person, it was just on the court type deal. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't hang with no bunch of guys, no crowd. That wasn't him. He got a bunch of cousins. He ain't need all of that. So that's just what he was. So I called everybody. Had his dad call everybody, and nobody heard from him. Nobody, okay, this is now I'm freaking out. I go to the police station later on that day or whatnot. After I go to the morgue, It was not he wasn't claimed. It wasn't him. Um, who I go leave from the morgue, go to the police station out in Southwest, tell them, hey, check this out. I done already went to this place and they told me to come to y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing I told them. I need your help with finding my baby. I understand that there are a lot of missing people, a lot of missing kids, a lot of missing women, I understand all of that. But I need your help with my baby. Y'all resources extend my arms reach. Like y'all have way far greater resources. But I'm not gonna wait on y'all to find my baby. But I only hope and pray that y'all help me find my baby. So I let them know coming straight in the gate. This ain't that. If you thought this was just another missing person and it was just he was just somebody else that maybe is not loved or thought that ain't this. I told him I'm about to leave here and I'm about to go search for my baby. I'm having an organized search tomorrow, which would have been Saturday. This is the time, this is the location, and that is that. Friday, we going, do a portion of the diameter. Because again, I'm starting. My mindset is where was the last place he was seen at? It was his dad's. So I need to check over here first. This is my first thoughts. Hey, here. Start here, try to retrack it. I went and I knocked on the doors. I talked to everybody with Ring cameras. We made flyers and we had urged them, hey, check y'all Ring cameras. My number is on here. If you don't feel comfortable with talking to the police, you can for sure call and, call me. My number's on the flyer. I don't have a problem with that. I understand anything that you might see. I don't care how big, how small. It was the water crew. I talked to them. They told me that they had saw him the day before, which would have been on Tuesday. So I'm just gaining information. We don't find him. It started getting late. And I said, okay. I go home. Of course, I'm distraught because I don't believe that this is even happening. Right? My baby. Of all people in the world and of all kids and my sweet baby. What do you mean? Like it messed me up that I even had to make a flyer for my son. My son. Never in a million years would I ever thought anything like that. But okay, we here now. This is where it's at. So everybody, of course, come over. We all brainstorm, trying to figure it out, kind of thinking about what the next day gonna look like. I can't sleep. I'm on edge. I am through this point. I need answers and I need them now. And so the next morning, the search was at 12. So of course I got up, printed off some more flyers. One of my cousins had printed out some flyers. My mom had printed out. We had a gang of flyers.
And what day is this now?
This is Saturday the 24th.
Okay.
And so we passing out flyers. Channel 7 come out. Channel 7 interviewed us first. Because that's the station that my homegirl had worked at. So they interviewed us first. They left, took pictures of us canvas and whatnot. That was that. So that they could run it immediately. And then they called back later. But in the midst of that, my cousin had reached out to Channel 2. Channel 2 had called like, hey, we on the way. And this time, it's like intermission time. Everybody kind of eating a little bit. Because we didn't tackle so much area that it's like, and we went back. I wanted to go to the water. I said, y'all, we need to go check this water out. I just need to make sure that my baby ain't in the water. He ain't. Because again, my mind is at this point is just going to all of the places that he could be. And I don't know. I stay in Detroit. He could be in a sewer. I'm telling them, hey, when y'all checking, y'all make sure y'all check them sewers. Look them, pick them up. And if they move, look in them. And like I'm telling them all of this, right? So everybody cut off, everybody break off, going to their own part. After we do the intermission, Channel 2 come back. We do another interview. That's when that interview took place. They wanted to get some footage of us canvassing again so that they can put it on for the 10 o'clock news. We searching the other half which would have been the block that Michael was found on. We searching that part and back. And
And this
so,
was still by his dad's house?
yes, this was a block behind his dad and a block over.
Okay.
So prior to that day, we did the block to the right of him and everything back in the
Okay.
rec centers and everything all over in there that we knew that he frequented. And gas stations, all of that. And so when we did the intermission and we came back and they took us campus, and I said, y'all, let's go around this corner. And we went around that corner and we walked about a block. As we walked the block, I saw a man and I was talking to the man after. Of course, I'm knocking on doors. Y'all saw it. You know, we knocking on doors. Half of the family on this side, half of the family on the other side. It's other people on the next block and other people behind the block. And next thing I know, I hear a scream. And it was my stepfather, but I didn't know that it was my stepfather. And as I was talking to somebody, I run. Because they wouldn't scream if it wasn't something, and it's something, and it's this now I'm nervous and I'm shaking and I'm edgy and oh my God, and don't let this be it. Baby. That was it. And it was like, what the F? Right. And I just saw my baby laying there. And I just saw him and I couldn't do nothing but just lay at his feet and just cry, and just cry. I knew I wasn't supposed to touch him, but I just had to touch him. That's my baby. I was worried. I was looking for him. I wanted to know if, I just wanted to know. I hope he knew I was looking for him. I hope he knew that I was coming for him.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he
I
did.
wanted to let him know that I was sorry. Like I was coming, Mike. I was coming. I was very adamant that day that I was going to find my son. So when the video got displayed, like Channel 2 had no clue. Like they didn't think that nobody thought that we was gonna find my baby.
Exactly.
They wasn't used to nobody finding their babies. They wasn't used to nobody going out and looking for these black babies.
Yeah.
And I went and found my baby. And so Fox 2, of course, got a whole bunch of flack. Like I got like outpours of like support and outrage, and like social media was tearing them
People
up. Like
mad.
y'all take this down and y'all
Yep.
wrong. And oh my God, Capri, I'm so sorry. And people start inboxing me from everywhere. And it just was like, it turned into a very bad viral moment. Like anybody who know me know that I ain't never the one that want to go viral. That ain't my thing. I don't never do nothing to go viral to be cloud a name. That's just not me. I put you in the front light so you can get your shine on. Let me work behind the scenes. So when it happened, my family was pissed. Oh, my family was pissed. Because now you have me, you have his grandmother, you have us all at our most vulnerable moments. And then I got pissed. But I wasn't pissed because my vulnerable moment was exposed or shown. I got pissed for a lot of reasons. I got pissed because as I was passing out flyers looking for my child in this area, these people who stayed in this area, they didn't get out their cars. They helped me look for my baby. I got pissed because the police, when was y'all gonna go start looking for my baby?
There you go.
I got pissed because when I told y'all the organized search was going to be tomorrow, why didn't y'all have an officer and a chaplain with us just in case? Why did I have to find my baby? I'm grateful that I found him. But that's not cool. Why haven't the mayor of Detroit reached out to me? Why haven't the chief of police say, hey, I saw it and I'm sorry that we didn't completely do our job, because they didn't do shit. They didn't do anything. I did their job for them. I
And
got pissed.
that's something that I mentioned. I sent the video to Capri that I did. The very first video, which is the video clip that I showed y'all. We do got one more clip to show y'all. But I showed that video and I sent it to Capri. And when Capri reached back out to me after she saw that video, she said, yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. Why they didn't have anyone out here. I went in because no mother, if we sitting here paying taxes, we sitting here doing our jobs, we sitting up here struggling, we sitting up here trying to make it. And when it's time for a freaking search party, there's no way a mother should have to endure this. There's no way Capri should have been out there. Y'all got to understand, there was no police there.
At
So
all.
not only did the news capture this and they running and they find Michael, they still got to sit there and wait for the police to get there. Y'all heard the young lady. I don't know who she was, but the little young lady said, call the police. Call the police. Call
That was his
911.
cousin. That was his
His
cousin.
cousin. Do y'all understand? Now, the police can show up, when some shit go down, we're like, God damn, the police, they got here quick. But in the midst of something like this, I know that seemed like years.
Baby, it seemed like I was down there for forever. It seemed like forever. My
Someone
whole
should have
life,
been there.
my whole life had flashed before me. It seemed like it was a lifetime. It seemed like it was a lifetime. I gotta deal with my mama cries. I gotta see my baby. But of course, don't get it mistaken. I was happy to see my baby. Not like that. But I was happy because just my baby. I don't gotta worry about where he at no
There
more.
you go.
I know where he is.
You ain't got to
I
worry
found
about
him.
what happened. None of that.
I felt like at that moment, baby, I was coming to get you. I said I was coming to get you, and baby Michael, I did that.
Yep.
I
Yep.
did that. And it
Exactly.
was the hardest thing. Listen, y'all. I don't this it's been devastating. I wake up every morning like this shit can't be real. Like this not my life. And you know, again, a lot of people don't know my story because again, I'm a very discreet person, but my father killed himself when I was 13.
Exactly.
So with my father it was very unexpected, right? And with my baby, it was unexpected but not surprising, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that it was this bad, right? I knew it was bad, and I knew he was struggling, but I didn't know that that was this. But even though me not knowing that it was that, I still took action.
Now,
So my
before the,
problem,
I'm
huh?
sorry. I'm sorry, Capri. Before they did the autopsy and all that, did you think in your head that it was suicide, or did you think somebody had murdered him, or you was just thinking my baby gone?
I don't know what I thought. I
Mm.
wasn't thinking. I didn't think anything. Everything I saw, I questioned. It just all just happened. It was so unexpected. It happened so fast. I'm just distraught that my child is
Mm.
gone. It's my baby body. At that point, I hadn't even began to even try to form a thought about anything else other than my baby. And Michael, I was coming, baby. And I'm sorry I didn't make it faster. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. But I was coming.
All right, y'all. We finna go ahead. We finna get into this next clip, which is the last clip of the night before we play the tribute. And
Oh my God.
Capri, I must say, you're not the first suicide case that we had on here. You know, let me say that. When I say we cover it, we cover it. Okay. So in missing persons cases too, we've had every category that we cover, Jason, we've had it on here on Peachy Time. Flat out. But majority of our tributes that I make, and it's only because majority of the people, the families who we love dearly, that comes on Peachy Time, somebody was murdered. Hands down, we gotta say it. So when I make these tributes, I make them to be sad. You know, because I want the killers and the people that the killers have told, I want them to see it. And I want them to be sad for it. You know. So we're gonna play this other clip, but before we get to the tribute, I got to tell Capri, you're gonna want to get your tissue. Okay. I didn't sure stop at all, baby. I ain't sure stop. This is what we do over here on Peachy Time. We dig down deep. And it's a different type of platform, like I told you. So we finna get into this last clip that Capri did. And then when we come back, we're gonna talk about the clip, and then we're gonna get into the tribute. Okay? Y'all definitely want to stick around for the tribute. Here we go.
In shock. Disbelief.
Capri Landfair was on a desperate search to find her son, Michael Doss II. He had been missing for days. Members of an organized search party found the man on February 24th, deceased in a garage in Southwest Detroit. We were with the family doing a story when they found him.
What y'all saw, y'all needed to see. Y'all needed to see that. Y'all needed to see a mother looking for their missing baby. Y'all needed to see the pain and the grief.
Medical examiners ruled Michael died by suicide. He was just 25 years old.
He felt invisible to the world. Not to me, not to his dad, not to his aunties and uncles and cousins. He didn't feel invisible. He felt invisible to society.
About 4 years ago, Michael started struggling with his mental health. First depression, then schizophrenia.
I need y'all to know the signs to look for. Like the lack of response, the unwillingness to do anything, the having to pull them out of the bed, the lack of not wanting to take medications. Like, I counted meds. Like, I did everything that I could do with my son. Like, I made sure he had therapy, and when that therapist wasn't working, went to the other therapist. There was nothing more that I could have done. I did everything that I could do.
There is a history of mental illness in Capri's family, and she's not afraid to talk about it.
My father committed suicide when I was 13 years old. And so I have experience with suicide.
And she's willing to talk about it to anyone who will listen.
We have to start having these hard conversations where, sweeping stuff under the rug, or, oh, he's fine or she's fine and they'll be okay. And no, you need to react on those things. There needs to be an urgency.
Licensed therapist Dr. Sabrina Jackson echoing Capri's sentiments.
When it comes to those things about our emotions and our mental health, people keep it silent. But anything that we keep in the dark will fester. It will grow. It will not get better. We have to shine a light on it for it to get better.
Everything that I've done my entire life was for Michael. And now, since Michael doesn't have a voice, I have to be his voice. My baby didn't die in vain. His life meant something. If it meant that us as a Black community, we start having these conversations. We can't expect anybody else to save us.
A mother who has lost her only child, hoping people will watch this story and learn something.
People are suffering. People are hurting. How do we stop the suffering? How do we stop the hurt? I can't answer that today. But what I can say is we start to heal by having these uncomfortable conversations.
And that was Fox 2's Camille Amiri reporting. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline provides free and confidential support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call the Lifeline by dialing 988 or text 741-741.
Now, Capri, like I told you before, we dig down deep here on Peachy Tea Time. We dig down deep. When you see me looking off, Capri, that's because I'm trying to put up the comments. But before we play this tribute, we got to talk about it. Like you said, we got to talk about the uncomfortableness. So I'm gonna bring this up because I know it's gonna help somebody. Capri, we talked about this over the phone. Your father committing suicide. And you said at the age of 13, 14 years old. Let everybody know, like you told me, let everybody know how you feel. Now, when I talked to Capri, Capri told me, oh, I'm beefing. And I'm beefing with the Lord. I'm beefing with God right now. You know, so let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel as a mother, your only child, may we add? Your dad committed suicide, and now your son, your only child, your son committed suicide. Let's talk about it.
I'm pissed. Like you said, me and God beefing hard. I'm talking about harder than you could beef with any nigga on the street, any nigga that could have might have did something to your mama or your daddy or any cousin that done told your business, slept with you. We beefing hard. He might not be beefing with me, but I'm for sure beefing with him. Oh, I'm beefing.
And I want to say this, Capri, not to cut you off. I want to say this. When Capri told me this over the phone, Capri also said, I know God.
And
she knows God. And she knows that God is still going to cover her and watch out for her all that. But she beefing.
Oh, yeah, I'm beefing.
You can still be upset.
Oh, I'm beefing. See, I'm not confined to any one religion, right? I know God.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my experiences. I know what he's done for me. This tragedy, this is the angry part of grief, right? Because this is a part of the grief stage, right? Let me tell you about that part, right? So the angry part of me says, you God, right? You could do anything, so they say, right? You can make anything happen. What they say, he ain't gonna put more on you than you could bear. Well, my baby couldn't bear it, so why wouldn't you stop it for my baby? For my sweet, sweet baby, my baby who never wronged one person. Why would you put that on him and you knew what the end result was gonna be? Why would you allow this to be my story? Why would you take the one thing from me that I had, that gave me life, that gave me purpose, that made me feel full? The one thing in life that I really did get right was a mother. Why would you do that? Because if it was somebody else and, you just wanted me to be this advocate, I've already been that. If it would have been somebody else's child, I would have fought just as hard. When I said earlier, why ain't them people come help me look for my baby when I gave out the flyers? Because if somebody passed me a flyer in my neighborhood and they were looking for their child, I would have gotten out of my car and helped them look for their baby. Where's the compassion? Where's the empathy? Where's the consideration? Where is that? Where was it? Where was the urgency? Why didn't the police help me? If this was a little white boy, would they have did the same thing? If this was one of the senator's sons, would they have found the urgency? Would they have formed a search party? When were they going to look? Why haven't the mayor reached out to me? Why haven't the chief of police reached out to me and said, Capri, I'm sorry, we dropped the ball, baby, and I'm sorry that you had to find your baby, but this is what we're going to do to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So now, since no one has done that, none of the city councilmen have reached out to me. Nobody has extended an apology. Okay. So this where we at now. So now y'all gonna have to meet Michael's mama. It's just that simple. Because it's no explanation for all of this. So outside of being mad at God, I'm mad at the system right now. I'm mad because it ain't enough resources for people that are struggling with mental health. I'm mad because it ain't enough resources and support groups for people who are supporting people who have mental health. Because where was my help? Who was there for me? Where's everybody at? But the one thing that this story did was, like you said at the beginning, this has never, ever been done before.
No.
No one has ever seen a Black family looking for their Black loved ones and found them on national TV.
No one.
What this did was this gave my city, before my very eyes, my son, Michael, became everybody's nephew, their baby cousin, their son, his son. And like he became their family member right before the whole city eyes. It gave people compassion. It taught people how to be empathetic, how to be considerate. The outrage they had with Fox 2, it was because they felt like in my most vulnerable moments, y'all exploited it. That would have never, ever happened again had this situation not happened. So this did something for the city. It did something to me and my family for sure. What it's supposed to do and what's to come and the things that may happen, because I'm sure me just being who I am, of course I'm going to be fighting to change some legislation and some policies and some bills and all of that, right? But before that, at that current moment, it gave my city, everybody they just wanted to love on me. They just wanted to love. Everybody felt so bad. So if for that moment and for that time, it just showed people, hey, pay attention to the person that you run into. When you walk into the gas station, tell that brother, tell that sister, hey, I see you. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. Find something nice about somebody every day. That's always been my thing. I make it my business to make sure I tell a Black woman every day, I don't care how she looks. Sis, your shoes is so cute. That polish is real cute. Them earrings, I love it. Oh, your hair. Like I go out of my way to do it intentionally. I don't want nobody to not be seen. So if, again, this just for this split second, and I promise I'm so mad that they had to be at our expense. I'm pissed because I don't feel like I deserve that. I feel like I did everything you asked me to do, Lord. I feel like I did everything you asked me to do, everything you asked me to be. I did it. I gave, I sacrificed, I learned, I cherished, I taught, I instilled, I grew, I loved. Why would you forsake me like this? And then my city said, we got your back. We got you. You don't got to fight this time by yourself. This time, sis, we gonna fight for you on your behalf. We gonna fight for Michael's to preserve his legacy. It's fucking me up that my son, you can Google my son now. It's fucking me up. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that his music is now fucking then went viral. One of his songs got like 8,000 views on it. Are you crazy? This the same music I've been playing. Everybody wants to follow me now. Follow me for what? I'm confused. You following me for what? You want to see if I'm hurt? You want to see how bad I'm hurt? What? I'm confused. Everybody's reaching out to me. Everybody wants to do an interview, or now all of a sudden I become the spokesperson for mental health awareness, suicide awareness, missing kids, and parents grieving because like I've become over, like it's a lot, and I'm up for it, right? But y'all gotta understand how y'all think I feel. Like I'm trying and I don't mind helping. I don't mind doing the work. I don't mind getting in the trenches with nobody. But y'all gotta think this gonna make me feel some type of way when I couldn't save my own baby. Y'all gotta think that. Y'all gotta know that. That shit hurt. It hurt bad. So I got a gripe with it. It's a lot, because it's a lot to unpack. But it's gonna be some changes. I'm gonna get to the top and the bottom of this. The chain of command and the hierarchy and all of that. We're gonna go through all of that. And I'm going to do what I can do to make sure that my son did not die in vain. He didn't have any children. So now, unfortunately, this has become his legacy. That ain't it. So as you said earlier, now I'm in control of the narrative of his life and what's going to be represented. Again, because now that was represented, and that was the purpose of me doing the video or the interview with Fox 2. One, to clarify some things, and because everybody just wanted to know what happened. And I felt obliged to give them some answers, to share that with them, because again, my moment at my vulnerable time, it had already been shared with the whole world. How dare I not make this be a moment, a learning experience, a moment where we can start having, again, these uncomfortable conversations. The uncomfortable conversations or the lack of response.
Exactly.
The lack of resources, the lack of urgency where it pertains to Black people, period. We have to understand that mental health is something that's not a color. We are all suffering from it. Everybody that stay in the city of Detroit got PTSD. Trust me when I tell you it. They could all tell you somebody died. They done seen somebody die. They done heard a shooter. If you shoot a gun, everybody, you going to see the response because they got PTSD. That is a part of mental health. That's a mental illness. PTSD is not just something that you get from combat. It's from trauma. It could be childhood. It could be bullying. It could be hazing that you get from your superiors at work. It could be a plethora of things. Let's stop brushing this off. Let's stop acting like we not hurt, because we are hurt. Because again, what they say, hurt people hurt people. It's a lot of hurt people hurting. It's a lot of hurting in this city. So in order to do that, we gotta be vulnerable. If I could share this moment with y'all can share y'all little moments too.
Exactly.
You could say I was hurt. You hurt my feelings. My heart was broken when you did this. I didn't understand when that happened. Or my grandma died and I wasn't right after she died. And, like, those things are real. And everybody is not built and created the same way. Again, my father died when I was 13. I am now 41. I have handled that. I have accepted that. I have grown from that. That's how I was able to help my child. But everybody not made like that.
Exactly.
And you can't point the finger when somebody's not made that way. Everybody's purpose is different. And you have to just accept that. And the people that are more reserved, like, you can't, man. Stop, man. Y'all gotta love on each other more. Y'all gotta love. I wish my baby, I know when at his funeral, I know he was just looking down. Like, man, look at this. It's crazy. All he wanted was for 8,000 people to see his music while he was here. He ain't making nothing about killing nobody and none of that. Oh, that ain't where he at with it. He really was a talented young man. That had some real life shit to say, to change. He was all pro-black, like he was for black people. So to not be loved and embraced and accepted by your own kind, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. We the only one know what we feel. Don't nobody else know what we feel. All of this separation and division, you need to cut this. We need to cut it. I hope I've set the precedent. I hope I've set the precedent for these people who are looking for their loved ones. I hope I've given you some hope. I hope I've given you some courage. I'm hoping I'm showing you that there is strength, that you can go find yours. You can't sit and wait on nobody to find our babies, man. And you can't sit. I can't sit and wait on the police to give me no answers either. Like I'm still looking for answers right now. They ain't helping me. It's another case to them. And not to mention, and while we're on that topic, I found out throughout all of this, it's so many missing people. Do y'all know that it's only 3 people that's working in the missing persons department in the city of Detroit?
You told me that. I'm so happy that you brought that up.
3 people. 3 people. 3. So with all of the funds that they have, true, I get it. It's very police officers are underpaid and they're understaffed. I understand that. But in the city of Detroit, where we are a hub for organ harvesting, human trafficking, because we're right at the border, why would that not be imperative for y'all to make sure that y'all are reallocating some of those funds from another department, from another place? Where's the money from the lottery? Where's the money from the casinos? Y'all can't reallocate some of those funds to the missing persons department? Y'all can't get some of y'all great detectives off of the homicide and put them in the missing persons department?
And you know they can. But
Why
are
you
choosing to do so?
My whole point.
There you go.
Well, hopefully, once they get introduced to Michael's mama,
exactly,
they gonna see how this gonna go, because they ain't gonna really like me at the end, and I don't really care, because at this point I ain't got nothing to lose. I done lost it all. My baby gone. I ain't scared of shit. What they gonna do? Blackball me? Get pissed off? Lie? Bring up some shit that happened 20 years ago or something that my cousin did? I don't care about none of that. Say what you gonna say, do what you gonna do, but the fact still remains that y'all didn't do y'all job. The fact still remains that me and my family did y'all job.
Sure did. Sure did. And I
And
was
again,
upset
as you
about
said, I am a citizen. I'm a productive citizen
that.
of
Pay her
Detroit, Michigan.
taxes. Oh,
So
was
yeah, I
that?
got a bunch of problems. But again, I really just hope people take Michael's story. I hope the parents, the loved ones, um, some way, somehow find some peace while they're in their struggles. I hope that if you know that your family member is suffering from mental illness, that you support their parents behind them. Give them some support because it's hard. It wasn't easy. Like it wasn't an easy fight at all. But it was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was so worth it. I take every headache I had. I take it all over again 3 times fold to see my baby here again. So I hope that it's a bunch of things y'all can learn from this.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, Capri, there was another question that a lot of people had asked me as well that I couldn't answer. They wanted to know, was that an abandoned building, abandoned apartment house, whatever
It was
they
an abandoned
described
house.
it?
It was an
It
abandoned house.
was.
It was an
And that's
abandoned house.
something that I talk about a lot over here on Peachy Tea Time, and Jason can vouch for that. I always talk about if the cities, the city would check these abandoned homes, how many family members they would find
Yep.
if they would just take the time to check.
But y'all also got to understand too, right? That as citizens of this city, it's things that we got to do because everybody can't. One
Check.
entity can't do it alone.
Yep.
It's gonna take for some more people from the city of Detroit to become cops of Detroit. So we don't have all of these suburban people coming into our neighborhood and having their preconceived notions of who they think we are based off of because we're in the ghetto.
Snap, Jason, snap. Jason is snapping
You
off
know,
here.
we have to teach our kids that as we're raising them and we're giving them provisions for their lives because they're children, so they have no vision. We have to provide provision for them.
Yeah.
We have to teach them to become senators and legislators, state reps and council members and mayors and government officials. We as a community, we don't do that.
Nope.
But them other races do.
There you go.
They
Y'all
know
got
when
to
they had
remember.
them. They know when they had him, oh, he's gonna be the senator and dot dot dot, and they raise him accordingly to what they choose for him to be.
Let's not forget. Y'all got to remember. Capri is an advocate. She was an
I'm just
advocate
saying,
first.
all of these things just is it just only makes sense.
It makes sense.
Now, who else you want me to come help fight for you, walk for you, work with you, or do you want Amy from Bloomfield to come help you and come work for you? And it just makes sense. Just use your brain for a minute. But we can't keep getting mad at the government officials when we're not doing our part either.
Exactly.
The men, where are the men at in the city? Stand up. Stand up, lead. The women wouldn't be having this masculine energy that I keep hearing y'all complaining about if we didn't have to be masculine.
Yes.
Because what I've learned is when a real man is in the room, that soft girl is coming out.
There you go.
So men, y'all need to take your rightful places too.
I agree 100%, Capri.
So that the women can do what we're supposed to do is love and nurture and take care of the kids in the home front. We got to do that. We got to work. Again, it's a whole bunch of stuff that's wrong. When are we going to attempt to get it right? When?
Exactly.
So again,
Capri,
If
we love you over here. We love you over here, baby. You letting it out. You is
baby, I'm
putting it out there.
tired. Baby, I'm
Yes.
tired. Baby, this was it. This was it for me. This was it. That was my everything. This was it. And it could have been prevented if there were more resources, if there was more love, if there was more compassion, if there was more support. It could have been
Like
prevented.
they do for the white folks. Let me say
True story, though.
that. Yep.
But I'm here to let them know that our black babies matter. My black baby matter. Mine
Exactly.
do.
There you go.
I'm just gonna add a little bit into there for you, Peachy. Not to like kind of go against what you're saying, but I'm not gonna put it so much on race, right? It's a economic space because
Absolutely.
the people that don't look like us still do the same thing if they're not economically inclined. So
Exactly.
when we speak this and when we speak about mental health, that's a disparity against who has it and who doesn't. Because the people that do have it are able to find or get the resources that are going to help them adequately compared to how if we trying to go get it ourselves, they're not gonna hand that over to us. They're not gonna be able to work with us. I found that out just trying to find a dentist. And me having the state provided uh, medical insurance, I call in to go and say, "Oh yeah, you guys accept my medical." And they say, "Oh yeah, we accept this, but is it through that or this?" I say, "It's that." And they say, "No, we can't help you. You got to go over here." Like, what do you mean? You have my insurance? That means you can help me. Well, no, the doctor doesn't work with that because it does this and does that. Well, so what's the
Mhm.
point? Like, why have this service if you're not able to willingly help me with it? So
Exactly.
that's where we're coming at and say, because here's the thing, when we dive back into what Miss Capri was saying earlier, she did do everything that she was supposed to do. She took him to the doctors. She took him
Yeah.
to the facilities that are supposed to help him. But when he first walked into the VA turned him back, said, "No, you good, go away. We don't do that over here. Go to the doctors." And the doctors are now like, "Well, we don't do that over here." So at this point, you can only do so much, and time is permitting to where his vessel gave up. His vessel said, "I'm weak. I'm done." His spirit is strong and alive, and the spirit just has to be relocated. And that is such a tough thing, Capri, for you to go through, because you're right. There is like, why me? Why pick this situation? Why pick this family? Why pick this woman to do it? Because God said you can handle it. It sucks in the format that we have to put it in, but you can handle it because of what you just said throughout this whole show, how you already mentally are prepared to and ready enough for the city to get on your back, because the city did get to see how the system failed us and the people that live within it. Yeah, you had to get up and go find your son in the worst manner possible, and then no one came to that not necessarily rescue, but came to the forefront to say, "Hey, we are sorry that you know what I'm saying your son was found this way, but look, let's come in and support you anywho." So yeah, now it's time to say, all right, let me strap these boots up and let me show you how strong I am, because I love how you say it, because that might be the narrative of it is, yeah, I am Michael's mama. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna know Capri, but they gonna know Michael's mama, because yeah,
For
Exactly.
this is what
sure.
you did. And with him being a veteran, it shows another side of the system that's flawed for all of the people that serve the country. I've
Yes.
I've I've been lucky enough to meet a few people in my journey so far, and like a young lady that they focus in on veterans that have crisis, veterans that do have issues, and the fact that there's a hotline that they can call and they'll help them through whatever uh, scenario is going on in their world to bring them off of cloud 10, like, you know what I'm saying, off the edge and back into life. So if we can find more resources, like you said, that to be able to help the people that are in the under served areas and that are in the inner city that do need the help, and also allow us all to be able to talk about it openly, will be some of those pain points or some of those points that we start to focus in on. So one, focus on talking about it right up in front and being okay vocalizing that I'm not okay. Two,
Exactly.
how do I readily find resources to help me not be okay or just be in this space along with other people? And then three, like allow it to be affordable to us, and then us to come together as a community, right? So that's what I've been hearing throughout this. So yeah, my heart goes out to you because no one wants to lose their baby. No one. I got 3 of them my own. If I were to lose any of them, then when it's permitted for time, then I guess it is. But I will be in such pain as you. But I love your mindset of like, I still know on the other side that God got me, that God got us, and we're gonna do a lot. So thank you for being here and opening up to us like this and being vulnerable on all fronts. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just a disparity, Peachy, but beyond it just being the color of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You're right. You're right. And that's why Jason is my co-host. You know, because sometimes I just go straight in, and then Jason bring me back to reality. I love you, Jason, and I love you too, Capri.
Oh, same as well. Same.
Yes. So we are about to get into the tribute, but Capri, we're about to do something tonight. Jason don't even know. We're about to do something tonight that we've never ever done on Peachy Tea Time. Your story touched me, baby. It touched me like no other. And I it's not downplaying none of the other families that came on here. Because, baby, the families that came on PTT time, everybody is like, what? This happened? For real? Oh my gosh. But your story touched me. So I got a special surprise for you, Capri. Okay? I got a special surprise for you. Like I said, Jason don't even know either. But we're gonna go ahead, get into the tribute first. When we come back for the tribute, we're gonna talk about the tribute. Then we're gonna have my special surprise that I have just for you. Okay. Like I told you, PGT time is part of the healing process. So I got something special for you, girl. But first, here is the tribute. This is for you, Capri. I will send it to you after the show. You can keep it, do whatever it is you want to do with it. It's all yours. And I love you. Here we go.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Oh, would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Oh, would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Oh, oh, here in heaven. Oh, 'cause I don't belong here in heaven.
are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Capri's down there. But sometimes, with these tributes, they be a little hard. They be a little hard. I have the privilege to see everything that's going on with my guests when especially when they watch the tribute. Um, this is hard for Capri. I see you, baby. This is very hard for her. So I want to give her some time. Jason, usually, it'd be a little different for us when we play these tributes. We
Yeah.
ready to
Most
go all
definitely.
in. I let Jason loose. I let him loose when it's this time. You know. Um, but Jason, I'm still gonna give you the opportunity. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to take this time and say what you want to say because this is different. Nobody was murdered.
It is different. It is different. But you know what I'm saying? It's that same call out. And the call out is to check on your people. Check on your mind, check on their mind state. You know what I mean? Check on the mental health of your loved ones and people that you see around, right? I think the biggest thing goes to what she said, and I held on to it, is that he felt invisible to the world, and we don't know how many people feel like that because they might not get calls. No one might not just talk to them randomly, especially if they're a reserved individual, someone that don't step out they shell to speak to others. They might start feeling some type of way about the world not seeing them, and millions and thousands of people just bypass them without saying what up though, without saying hello, without saying I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Like those type of things are occurring every day. So to be able to see someone randomly and just kind of like, yo, like she said, like be deliberate about or intentional about, like, yo, I see you today. You put that you look amazing, or like, you know what I'm saying, have a great day. How is your mental space? Those type of things are important. So continue to reach out to people, like tap into them, like you just say hello. It doesn't have to be anything long drawn out, but just know that, like, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Those type of little things are important.
And even if it's not your family, just anybody out there. You go to Walmart or whatnot, you see somebody, hey, how you doing, ma'am? Hey, how you doing, sir? You looking good today? You know what I'm saying? You looking quite spiffy, you know? Just let people know. Say something. There's so many times people may be walking, especially females, and you see somebody, another female, you know they fly, but you just keep on walking because you don't want to say nothing. Say it. You don't know what that person going through. Have no idea whatsoever. And I'm so glad that Capri said that today. Say something. So we're about to go
Absolutely.
ahead.
Absolutely.
Yes, we're about to go ahead and bring Capri up here. We have came to the end of the show, but I still have a surprise for her. So I'm gonna bring her on back up. Capri, we see you, baby. We see you, baby. And we with you 100%. We with you 100%, baby. Um, like I told you, in the beginning of the show, we make these videos sad. I'm sorry, but we make them sad. But again, this is something, Capri, that you will be able to keep forever. I've had people, my friends, a friend of mine, like my sister, came on the show, made her a tribute. She loved it, cried on it, and she didn't watch it again for a whole year because it's hard. It's hard to watch, but I'm still gonna give it to you because that's something that you can have from Peachy Tea Time, and you keep it for yourself, baby. Okay.
Thank
Now,
you.
you're so welcome. You are so welcome. Now, like I told you, I have a surprise for you. Yeah, don't get the tissue. We ain't done. Get the tissue. There's one more surprise. You do not know this person, Jason does not know this person, but I know this person. This is my cousin. I love him dearly. Have a beautiful voice. And he came, pulled up on us tonight. And while we were doing the show, he commented. And I said, I reached out to him while we're on the show now. I said, can you please come up? Can you please come up? He said, I'm there. So I'm going to bring him up. This is Houston. Hey, Houston. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Hold on. We can't hear you. Come down and come back up. Come down and come back up. This is something that I really want for you, Capri. When I spoke with you over the phone, Capri, one of the things that stuck out to me, of course, besides the situation, but one of the things that stuck out to me was when you said, I'm beefing with God. Everybody goes through that has been in situations like this. Everybody. But it stuck with me. And baby, I've been praying. I've been praying like you was my sister. Like you was my BFF, my friend. I've been praying for you, sister. And Houston, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
There you go. There you
You
go.
hear
We
me?
can
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me? Let me turn this back on.
Yes, we can hear you.
I had to
But
go to the
Capri,
car. I
my
had to go to the
prayers is
car
not
as
gonna
soon,
stop.
like fast. Miss Caprice, first of all, there's no words that I can say to lift you in this time. But all I want to say is I'm praying for you. And with that being said, God put it on my heart to say this. As soon as I stop worrying how the story ends, when I let go and I let God have his way. That's when things start happening. When I stop looking at back then. When I let go and I let God, I let God have his way. So just let go and let God. All you gotta do is let it go and let God. I know you're gonna cry, or he can wipe your eyes. So just let it go and let God. I'm not gonna be long. I'm not trying to make a song, but I need you to know God does no wrong. Oh, let it go and let God. Hear me, Miss Caprice, let it go and let God. All you gotta do is give him a call, and I promise he will be right there. He will knock on your door. And I'm sure you will be strong. Ooh, let God. Oh, let God. Just let God. Oh, just give it to God. All you gotta do is be strong and hold on tight. Cause when you believe in God, everything gonna be alright. So just let it go. So just let it go. So just let it go. Just let it go. And let God. Miss Capricious, let God keep holding on, be strong. It's no, hey, look, everything gonna be good. It might not be good right now, but you gonna look back and say, I made it. Hey, you human, you gonna cry. You got the right to question God. We all question God. Like, why, God, why you doing this? You know what I mean? And we just, once you sit back, because you're grieving. Once you sit back, you're gonna go through emotions. Grief don't have no time. Healing has no time.
When it's time to heal, you can't tell the next person, hey, all right, you gonna do this, do this, do this before you heal. No, it works differently for everybody. Cry, cry, cry. God gave you those tears to cry. Cry and give it to Him. Don't hold it in. Don't hold it in. Some questions we can't really answer. You know what I mean? Some questions we be like, all right, what is the real reason for this? What is the real reason? At the end of the day, we gonna find that reason. It might not be right now, but it's in the midst of everything, pain, that tears. You gonna find that reason. And one thing too, remember this: just because your son ain't here in this lifetime, there's another lifetime, and he's around. I'm feeling he's circulating right around that room right there. Mama, I got you. Cry. He wiping your eyes as you cry. He's wiping your eyes. He right there holding you as you tear up. Cry. It's okay. We human. We human. We have every bit of right to feel emotion inside. I can't tell you how to use your emotion. You can't tell me. You know what I mean? I tell everybody I'm still young. I'm still growing. I'm still bump your head. There's one thing I want you to know, and I say this. I told my mom this. There's no right or wrong answer when raising a kid, because a kid and a child is the same. You're learning day by day. Don't give up. Don't give up. God got the answers to all this. He got it written down in the book. You feel me? You got your own chapter. You dig? You got your own chapter. Just be strong. Just be strong. Carry on. Use them tears. Use them tears as a foundation to build them stairs to where you want to be back at. And along the way, think of your son. Use your son as that anchor. Like, all right, let me buckle down. Let me do this for my baby, because your baby around. Your baby around in every breath you take, in every drink you sip, in every food you eat, every time you lay your head on that bed, every time you take a shower. You're around. You know what I mean? And I say this very finally. Death is a beautiful thing once you realize what the foundation, because you come in this world as a baby, you leave out as a baby, but you also know that the cycle continues. He's around continuously. You might notice little things around, like, I didn't put that there. Oh, something going good. Hold up. I smell something good in the kitchen. It might not, you haven't even cooked yet. You might not have cooked yet, but that's God and your baby. It's cool. Just everything is all right. I'm looking at my phone. I'm on 6%, but I got the new iPhone, the Android iPhone, so I might be able to play it off. But listen, man. Miss Caprice, I'm telling you, God is with you, and I see the joy in your heart. I see the joy in your heart. Because the one thing I know when energy is bright, it speaks for itself. You know what I mean? You know how when you can walk in a room and you could be in a room full of a million people, and there could be one person who has that bright energy in a room full of darkness. That's you. So keep on keeping on. That's all I can say. Keep on, as the old folks say, keep on keeping on. Give it to God. You know, at the end of the day, everything gonna be okay. Everything is written. You got the right to question God. I can't tell you how to. I question God sometimes. Like, come on, Matt. Come on. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, but the ultimate is He has the ultimate answer. You know what I mean? And this is sidetrack. I said this about my auntie. R.I.P. Aunt Naomi. I was able to talk to her, and she said, I was like, she made decisions throughout her whole life. You know what I mean? She had the right to make decisions throughout her whole life. But at the end of her life, she said, I'm gonna give God the ultimate decision. You would never know what your son, what type of relationship he had with God, what type of some people, that's the thing. Some people they want to get to God fast. Look, God understands all his babies. Everything is written in time. Some people want to go meet God because God is just so awesome. You know what I mean? And some people are just not meant for this world. That's why God pick and choose who. You know what I mean? We know a lot of people like, dang nigga, you still here?
Exactly.
But the sweetheart down the street is gone just by running into to a sign. You know what I mean? Just the baby down the street, it don't got nothing to do with go. Cause God picked to choose who. You know what I mean? The same way
Exactly.
God mark his people, the devil mark his people too. And you know, sometimes we could be because the devil can have you in shambles and God can have you too. Like you feel me? Playing tug of war with you. But that's when that higher faith come in. Cause God got the ultimate answer. God got plans for everything. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm praying for you. My aunt is praying for you. My family is praying for you. God is
Thank you.
already with you. Your son is with you. Remember, every time you feel down, remember your son. You know your son is with you. Cry. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to cry.
Exactly.
That's why God gave you tears. Utilize them. Time, space, and opportunity, as my uncle Darius says. Time, space, and opportunity. And this is also something he says too. And I'm ended after this. I used to complain about not having shoes until I met the man with no feet. Whatever that means to
Mm,
you. You know what I mean? Everybody on this live, everybody on this world, they put on one shoe at a time. Don't let nobody fool you. Think it's picture perfect, like they could just hop in their shoes. Cause even with slides, you gotta put on one shoe at a time.
exactly.
That's it. That's it. I love you. I love you. I love you. And if
Thank
you
you.
don't know nobody love you, God do. That's the light turning off in the car. But I love you. All right. Cousin, I love it. I see you soon. I see you soon.
Yes, I'll
I
see
see
you
you
soon.
soon. All right,
Our
Miss
auntie
Caprice, I
passed
see you
away,
soon.
so
I
we
apologize.
have a
Thank you,
funeral.
brother. Mr. Jason, thank you for having me on your services, man. Hey, I'm listening to
Mm,
everything you say, man. You had big words. I had to go look up like, okay, brother, hold up. Hold on real quick. Oh, yeah, I like you. All
Appreciate
right,
you.
man.
Appreciate you.
I hope that I can meet you, man. I hope I can meet you out there, man. So I'm praying for you, Miss Caprice. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm telling you, he with you. Mike with you. He is. He written all over you. Cause you are,
definitely.
come on now. Come on now. You are that energy. God bless though. See ya.
All right. Bye, Houston. Thank you so much, Boo, for this surprise tonight. We have come to the end of the show. Capri, I thank you so much.
Thank
Now, I
you.
always let you're so welcome, baby. I always let our guests, our family guests, I always let them in the show. Okay. But don't worry, I'm gonna tell you what to say. But I let them in the show. But before we get out of here, Jason, is there anything you want to say?
Absolutely, man. My heart goes out to you and your family, Capri. And I pray over you to have continued strength even in your weakness, even when you don't want to be strong anymore, because I get that. I get that. Everybody telling you to be strong and you like, man, fuck all that. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm with you when you're there. You know what I'm saying? God is with you when you're there, when you need to just be a puddle. You know what I mean? So all of those spaces are acceptable. And then what I want to say is that we need more spaces, y'all. We need more spaces that we can go talk to. We need more spaces that we can go listen into. We need more spaces that we can confide in. We need more spaces. And I think a lot anybody with a strong enough community and voice need to build those spots. We can do it with a phone, we could do it with the internet, we could do it with podcasts. But it's just a matter of letting people know that you have like-minded individuals that are out there with you that are either surpass that journey, that are willing to, you know what I'm saying, bring that hand backwards to pull that person forward, or to say that I'm right next side of you. You know what I'm saying? And even down to the point of like, hey, I'll carry you. At one point, when in my journey, I looked to God and said, God, why aren't you with me? Why don't I see two pair of footsteps? Because God said, I'm carrying you, son. And he carried me for a very long time until I was able to walk. You know what I'm saying? And even then he stood next beside of me, right? So we need to be able to have spaces like that to help others. We can carry others. A lot of us are out here strong enough to carry others. So look for our brothers and sisters and find those spaces. So I'll be looking forward to creating some of those spaces as well that people can come to find retro, to find, you know what I'm saying, a companion, to find others that are like minded. So keep your keep your head up, Capri.
All right. Well, Jason, I'm gonna pull you down, and if you could just stay up for a couple of minutes, after we end the broadcast, so that me and you could talk to Capri for just about 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Um, Capri, Capri,
Yes,
can I
ma'am.
Capri, I'm gonna tell them a secret. I hope you don't mind. Um, when Capri reached out, when I reached out to Capri, we got everything set up. Okay, we're gonna do it on this date and all that. Um, when it was close time, Capri said, "How long is this show gonna be?" I said, "About an hour and a half." Capri said, "No, let's get this clear right now. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes, just 30 minutes." And I sat back and I thought to myself, and I said, first of all, never done a show. For 3 years, I've never done a 30-minute show. But then I thought about it. I said, I know how me and Jason is. And I know that we help with the healingness, the beginning, the start of it. And I said, when Capri is ready to come down, we'll go ahead and bring her down. Capri, when I tell you, God was all in this, baby. God was all in this. And I know it can't clear everything up for you, but I know for certain, 2 things for sure, 1 thing for certain, you gonna feel somewhat a little bit better when you get off of here tonight, because it's the start of the healing process. And like I told you, this ain't the end of me. You gonna hear from me again, and it ain't gonna be the girl. What's the update and all that? I'm a genuine person. I just want to know if you're okay. Because at the end of the day, you have a purpose. You have a purpose. I don't know what it is, but God gonna let you know. Because like I said at the beginning, he don't give conference calls. He gonna speak to you and you only. And you got a purpose. And it's gonna be done. Anything you need my help with, baby. Anything, foundations, anything. You need me to fly down there. I don't need you to pay for my flight. We got it. I'll be down there. Anything. Whatever you need me for, just let me know. And I'm there. I'm from Michigan. Jason from Michigan. You my family. You my peoples. I'm gonna be there for you. But like I said, I always ask that the last person, the family, in the show. And I'm gonna tell you what to say. And Miss Capri, this ain't gonna be easy. What I want you to say. But it's okay. Because you finna get in your own zone right now. Okay? You finna get on your own zone. What I want you to do, and this comes in the healing process, y'all. This is what I want you to do. If there is anything, hey, Catherine, I see you, baby. Hey, boo. Anything that you could have said to Michael, your last thing, if God gave you the opportunity to give Michael your last words, that's what I want you to say. Because, baby, at the end of the day, you have let us all know that you've done your part as a mother. Now it's time for you to put them boots on the ground and do your thing as far as this community. So if there's anything that you would like to say to Michael, that's how we're going to end this show. Okay? I'm going to pull myself down. I'm going to leave you up. When you done, put that church finger up. Like I tell everybody, put that church finger up like you finna go to the bathroom back in the day. Put it up, and I know that that's the end. Okay? And I don't even want to say that's the end. Because Michael's name, like you said, is not going to be in vain. His life is not in vain. Baby, his name finna just spark everywhere, Capri. It's finna spark everywhere, baby. I promise you that. You just keep making sure you're his voice. I don't care, like Jason said, I don't care how tired you get. I can't take it no more. Cause you best believe, like you said, you had folks that reached out to you to do an interview. People gonna reach out after this. Cause I also want you to give your information where they can find you at. But keep being his voice. And everybody over here at Peachy Tea Time, baby, we is on your side and we praying for you. So with that being said, y'all, I will see y'all on Friday. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming to support Capri. Thank you for coming to uplift Michael's name, baby. Somebody that his mama can say. He's done his job, and so has Capri. They done their job. And I'm sure God is saying to Michael right now, well done. Well done. So, Capri, here you go. Pull myself down. Put that one finger up when you're done. And if there's anything you want to say to Michael, now's the time. And also let people know where they can find you. Here we go.
I love you so, so much. It was nothing but an honor and a pleasure to be your mom. You did everything I asked you to do. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was coming. I was coming. Oh, it was perfect in every way. You taught me how to love, how to be compassionate and understanding. You were the perfect son. I couldn't have asked for a better child, a better life, a better time. You will forever live because I will make sure that you live every day that I live. And when I'm gone, I love you so, 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 so much. I love you so much. I hope you knew that. I tried. I tried really hard. I tried. Oh man, this too much. Okay, y'all, I'm done. I'm done. This is it. Come on.
Again, I thank Capri for coming on tonight. This was strictly awareness tonight. Letting you all know what a mother goes through and also suicide. I love you all. I thank you for joining, and I see you all on Friday. Capri, I know you can hear me. Stay on just for a couple minutes so that me and Jason can talk to you after we end the broadcast. We're going to go ahead and end the show. I love you all. Thank you so much. And you all know how we end on Wednesdays. We play that tribute one more time. Here we go.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Oh, would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Oh, would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Oh, oh, here in heaven. Oh, 'cause I don't belong here in heaven.
Peachyteatyme.